Take a nice lungful of air, bring our chin up, and we're going to dip our torso in the center. So make a little concave. Inhale. And exhale, arch your back. Uncurl your toes. Now let's do that again one more time. It's like a wave. Curl your toes, inhale, bring your chin up. Exhale, uncurl your toes, arch your back. You should feel a nice, beautiful undulating movement of your midriff. So you arch your back, tighten your muscles, you inhale, fill up your lungs. So this really helps expand the lung power as well. We're going to sit on our knees just for a few seconds to relax a little bit, and then we'll come up into Ustra Asana. Ustra is camel. Now this time, remember, whenever you are in a back bend, if your knees are very close, it's more intense. So please feel free to bring your knees out just a little bit. And remember again, when you're doing a back bend, if you curl your toes in, you will feel a bit of pressure on your knees. Those of you at home, I don't think it matters very much if your hands don't reach your heels. I think it matters very much if you hurt your knees. So if your hands don't go all the way back to your heels because your toes are not curled in and you don't have that extra height when you curl your toes in, it doesn't matter. Just go up to your calf, up to your knees, wherever you can make the connection. So let me turn sideways. I'm going to keep my toes uncurled for today and see how far we can get, and I'm also going to show you with the toes curled. Place your hands behind your butt. Inhale, bring your chest out, take a nice lungful of air. Glide your hands down the back of your thighs. Keep going down as far as you can. Thank you, George. Right hand goes on the right heel. Left hand goes on the left heel. Hold and tilt your pelvis forward. Tip your head back and hold. Breathe easy. Keep breathing. Do not stop that. Inhale. Let's come up. Right hand on the right side of your butt. Left hand on the left side of your buttock. Then bring your head up. We're going to go into Supta Vajra. Padmini, how did you were okay? Did you notice how Josiane felt in the previous episode yesterday when she went into this? Is she okay? She's safe to go in that?
I think it depends. I mean, like, are you feeling comfortable? Because you are the best
Feeling
judge of your body,
Okay.
right?
No, I don't want her to hurt herself
I will
anymore.
not do because that will hurt me.
So you're okay to sit in this position?
Like that, yes.
You're okay? Oh, then this is
I'll
a...
try.
Okay. Try and remember, whenever, folks at home too, please be very mindful of that. Whenever your body says to stop, stop. And the body says stop when it feels a little bit of pain. So
I cannot do it.
you know, that's fine, exactly. That's perfectly all right. Let's not go into that. Let's take another posture. How about this one, Gomukha Asana? Gomukha Asana is bovine. This one here, the ones where you take your arms, you're okay with that?
Yes.
Crossing your legs? Okay. Any forward bend, forward crosses, right? You're okay. Okay. Let's do that. Let's try that. Take your left leg, tuck it under your right buttock. Take your right leg and place it over. Your right knee tries to align itself over the left knee. Now what I cheat a little bit. I cheat a little bit to get there. So what you can do to get your knees closer, one on top of the other, sometimes at home, once you make the adjustment, you can remove the brick. Feel free. Sometimes we may need to use a prop to get us into that position, and if you're comfortable, you can take it up. So sit on something high. You have a brick there if you want, and then just start wiggling your foot back, your right leg back. Now, once I'm there, I'm hoping that I will stay there. Make sure that both the soles of both your feet face the back of the room. Now, you've got your right leg over the left leg. So this time you're going to raise your left arm. Inhale. Exhale. Take your left hand behind your back. Now, exhale. Take your right hand from behind. Clasp your hands together. This is a very good time to use a belt. Now, what I would like you to do, now leave your legs extended if you've already extended them. Inhale, raise your right arm this time. Raise your right arm. Exhale, bring your right hand behind you. Keep your elbows straight. And now, take your left arm from behind. And those of you at home, Padmini, would you mind turning a little bit? Now, Padmini is going to show you how to use the belt. Now, she's going to use the belt simply because we want to make the connection. Thank you, George. 3 minutes? 3? Perfect. So every day, Padmini is going to wiggle her hands a little closer to the belt, and eventually she's going to throw the belt away and she's going to get hold of her fingers. So those of you at home, you're sitting at a computer all day, you want to do a few stretches, a few chest openers, just clasp your hands together. Inhale and release. Very gently release that. Let's cross our legs the other side.
Maybe
now
they could use a loofah too.
Yeah, and then, well, there you go. There's an everyday use for this posture. You can use a loofah and start cleaning your back, so there's an everyday activity. There you go. So that helps a lot. Absolutely. That's a wonderful, wonderful idea. I've actually been looking for a lot of ideas about how to use these stretches in every day.
Loofah would, like, you know,
That's
every
right.
day in the shower.
There you go.
Like,
See? So there's always, you know, if you don't want to stretch for the sake of stretching, you can stretch when you're doing
in
something.
the shower with the loofah.
Tuck your right foot under your left buttock. Take your left leg, left knee goes over the right knee. And this leg, this side of my body is a little more accommodating than the other side. So I think I'm fine without the brick this time. So I'm just going to raise my butt just a little bit, wiggle my feet so that my soles face the back of the room. Left knee is over the right knee. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Take the right hand behind your back.
I'll use my belt.
Yes,
again.
use your belt. And then those of you at home, if you don't have a belt, use a face wash, a towel, a loofah. Thank you, Padmini. Clasp your hands, clasp the fingers of the opposite hands together. Inhale, keep your chest open, chin up, and hold. Enjoy the stretch. Close your eyes if you want to. And keep breathing. Hold the posture, not your breath. Inhale, release the arms. Use your hands to release your legs. We have a couple of minutes, so we'll keep going into the next posture. It's a wonderful, wonderful stretch for the quadriceps, for the abductor muscles on the outside of your thighs, and of course, it's a beautiful chest opener. What I want you to do, your right leg stays where it is. It's under your left buttock, and this time swing your left leg all the way back behind you. Then place your palms on your mat and push to adjust your buttock so that you don't tip over to one side. You want to make sure that your buttock is very evenly on the carpet, on the mat, wherever you are today. Now hold, bring your chin up, your chest out. Inhale, take a nice lung full of air. You should feel a wonderful stretch in your abductor muscles of the right thigh and the quadriceps, the front of your upper left thigh. And uncurl your toes, that's good. Inhale, let's bring the left leg in, and this time we're going to swing the right leg all the way back. And hold. Push with your palms on the floor and hold your position, not your breath. Bring the chin up, chest down. Keep inhaling and look up. You want to close your eyes and enjoy this stretch. We have a few minutes, about 2 minutes left. We can continue using. Inhale, let's bring our right foot back, right leg back in, very gently. Swing it out, coming out of the posture of equal impact. So your leg is back, swing it out, and forward. Come on your knees, very gently, let's sit down. And this time, we're going to sit in a position that comes Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. The purpose of this show, this yoga health show, is not to offer you an alternative to any fitness regime you may already be involved with. It is to offer you a complementary strategy to stay fit, so don't give up on yourself. Do not give up anything that you're already doing to stay fit, to stay happy, to stay healthy. Just add us, add Yogaxpress to your schedule. We follow a simple stretch routine called 48 Plus that includes basic ailment-specific stretches to target major muscle groups, glands, and organs in our body in under 20 minutes a day. Over time, we will learn to compact the sequence and actually stretch on our own time in the privacy of our own homes in under 20 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to workshop you through each one of these postures in turns. We'll go through ailment-specific sequences. The last few episodes, we covered sequences for preventing arthritis, asthma, and sciatica. Today, we will try and cover constipation. Possibly tomorrow and the day after, it'll be diabetes and hypertension. Before we do that, I want to remind you of one thing, and then I'd like to introduce you to two wonderful guests who have agreed to be on our show today. I want each one of you to think long and hard about why you need to take responsibility for your own body, your own health. Each one of us here, as well as those of you at home, we need to take responsibility for our own pain or progress. If we do not make progress in a certain area, it's probably because we have not given ourselves the time to take care of our bodies. So there's no amount of government initiatives can help us prevent everyday ailments if we are not going to do anything about it. So first of all, to debunk all those myths, and one of the primary ones that yoga is only for women, here you go. Today we have living proof that men practice and enjoy yoga as much as women do. Let me introduce to my left Tony Taylor, who has been with us in a couple of previous episodes. And Tony, I'm going to have you say a few things about what you do. One more time.
Yes, well, I am a filmmaker and I am here taking a stretch class because I feel it helps me tremendously to be more alert, also healthier. And I'm very grateful to Banu that she's actually helping me tremendously with my goals in terms of my health.
Good. Did you sleep well the last time, Tony?
Very, very good.
Good. I think we all need to be grateful to M&N for giving us this opportunity. So thank you. And thank you to our wonderful crew out there in the back and on camera, and Marie Arfa on camera. We have John. He doesn't like to tell people he's out there, but he's one of the silent helpers. John Steinmetz in the background. We have Danny Darrow. And who else do we have in the back, Anne-Marie? That's John and Danny today. To my right, we have Stephen Flam. Stephen has a wonderful concept. He's been researching a wonderful concept about diaphragmatic breathing, but I'm going to have Stephen tell you about that. In one of the next episodes, he's going to be a special guest. He's going to talk more to that concept. But today, tell us what you do, Stephen.
Thank you, Manu. I help people to train their diaphragm in a scientific way to its maximum potential. And what that does is help people to support their voice better, to have better oxygenation, and better flexibility.
Help us understand. Now, tell us, where is the diaphragm? How would you explain it? Now, because I've been doing a little bit of muscle studies, I have an idea, but a lot of folks out there may not know. Now, which muscle or which cartilage is the diaphragm? Where is it? What does it do?
Well, the diaphragm is connected on the inside of the rib cage at the bottom, all the way around,
Okay.
and at the spine at the bottom. So it pulls down to create a vacuum in the lungs and bring in the air. What most people don't know is how to maximally train the diaphragm
Right.
so that it can do the breathing for you. The diaphragm is the engine of breathing.
Wow, I like that. I like the way you put that, Stephen. I'm looking forward to having you as a special guest as well in another episode. And Tony as well will be coming in, and he'll talk about his special area later. Now, basically, the way I looked at the diaphragm is it's a cartilage or a cartilaginous muscle that separates the breathing organs from the rest of our abdominal organs, correct? It's in a cross-section, correct?
Yes,
So it
there's no
divides this.
cartilage in the diaphragm.
So
it's
would
muscular.
you call it a muscle? It is muscular. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, so the diaphragm is a muscle. Thank you for that clarification, folks out there. I think the reason sometimes there might be a little bit of confusion about it being cartilage is because it's flexible, right? When you improve your lung capacity, it moves around so much. But you're going to speak to that in one of the future episodes. So are we ready to stretch, gentlemen? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Today we're going to focus on constipation, stretches that would help alleviate constipation, would help us actually prevent constipation in the long run. So basically, we need to understand below the diaphragm, we have the large intestine, which actually needs to be massaged every now and then. There are postures in yoga that help without any external assistance. We use our body with gravity, and we just fold forward a lot, and sometimes we go in prone positions to help massage the large intestine to actually ease bowel movement. So let's go into some of the constipation-specific stretches. We did do a few of the stretches are good for many different ailments. So let's stand up first. We'll start with the standing stretches. We want to keep our bricks aside to one side. We may not need them at the moment. We're going to go into a total forward fold. It's called Padahasta. Padahasta is hands to feet. Pada is foot, hasta is hand. Let's keep our heel. We're going to stagger ourselves. I'm going to go back, and if both of you could go forward a little, heels together, toes slightly apart. Keep your palms by the side of your thighs, palms facing in. Chest out, chin up. Inhale deeply. If you want, you can close your eyes. Folks at home, feel free. If you have a balance issue, keep your eyes open. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your palms, turn them in. Take your hands all the way overhead. Turn your palms in. Clasp your palms together. Your elbows may be bent if you wish. That's fine. Now, as we exhale, we are going to fold from the hip. Keep your back straight. Exhale and fold. At midpoint, we pause for about a second. Keep going all the way down. We can bring our hands all the way to our toes. It doesn't matter, folks at home, if you do not get to your toes, that's okay. Place your hands at your ankles, at your shin level, or at your knees, that's fine. Just make sure that you make the connection. The lower abdomen should press on the upper thigh, and hold. And remember, as we always tell you, hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale, bring our arms up. When we're at midpoint, shoulder height, hold for a second, keep inhaling. Let's come up all the way up. Exhale, bring our arms down. Let's turn sideways. We'll turn left. We're all going to turn to the left. Keep your feet extended keep your legs about 3 to 4 feet, depending on how tall you are. I'm short, but I tend to get my feet apart a little more. I just feel it gives me more of a stretch. And remember, put your brakes on, so bring both your feet in. Now, we're going to go into what's called a trikonasana. 3 is 3, cone is corner or triangle. Trikon is 3-cornered angle or triangle. Now, keep your brakes on the left foot. So your left big toe, your left foot is in. Your right foot goes out just a little bit. Now, keep your knees tight. Knees are not, they're locked, they're soft, but they're not tense. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling, palms facing down. Now, what we're going to do is hold this for a second as I talk you through this. We will exhale and dip our torso to the right. As we dip, take our right hand in front of the right ankle, left arm goes up. Keep exhaling. Look up towards the left hand. Try to keep your chest out. Now, this actually massages the side of the right side of the lower abdomen, so we want to make sure we get a nice, you can feel the pressure on the right side. Hold. Inhale, come up. Bring your left arm to shoulder height. Let's stay at shoulder height. Put your brakes on with your right leg. So bring your right foot in, turn your left foot out just a little bit. We'll look towards the left. As we exhale, we are going to dip our torso to the left side and make sure the left side of our lower abdomen touches the upper left thigh. Keep exhaling and let's go down. Look up to the right and hold. Hold your position, not your breath. Or you're going to hear from Stephen.
That's right.
Let's inhale, come up. Bring your left foot in, exhale. Let's release. Let's wiggle our feet just a little bit closer. Now, this is just so you are aware. We can bring our arms down, Tony. Let's bring our arms down. This time, what we're going to do, we are actually going to bend the right knee. So I'll talk you through this first. And let's turn this side now. Stephen, why don't we turn towards Stephen's side? Stephen, you turn over. Now, we're going to demonstrate on the left leg first then. We're going to bend the left leg first, keep the right leg straight and extended. And when we bend the left leg, we're actually going to have our left toes out just a little bit. So let's do that. Put your brakes on the right leg. Bring your right foot in. Left foot goes out just a little bit. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height. Now look to the left. Keep your palms facing down. Exhale and bend the left knee. Now, you haven't felt the pressure yet in the left lower abdomen. We're going to do that just now. Keep exhaling. Take the left arm all the way down to the front of the left ankle. Take your right arm up and overhead. Take it right over. Make sure your rotator cuffs go all the way over your head, palms facing down. And look to the tip of your right hand. How are we going, Tony?
Very well.
Feeling the stretch, right?
Yes.
You should also feel a wonderful stretch in your obliques on the right side. And I'm sure Stephen will agree, we should feel a wonderful diaphragmatic stretch. Do you think that would help here in this one?
This is going to stretch the abdomen and really let the diaphragm move and free up, especially on the right side.
Good, good. Inhale, let's come up. As we come up, straighten your left knee. Hold. Put your brakes on and the left leg. Turn your right foot out. This time, look to the right. Exhale. Dip your torso. First, exhale, bend your knees and dip your torso to the right. Keep exhaling. Let's go down all the way. Turn your palms to the front and bring your right hand in front of your right ankle. Use the floor. Place your fingers on the floor. And if you want, do what Stephen's doing. Wiggle your left foot out just a little bit. Good. Inhale. Let's come up. turn your right foot in, and exhale, release. Let's wiggle our feet, bring them a little closer, and let's turn to face the camera. We're going to go into another posture called ragdoll. This is actually a name that we use in North America, but it has another name. It's called Uttana. Uttana means forward fold. It's very simple, very easy, and very, very effective. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by the side of your thighs. Inhale, let's bring our arms up to shoulder height. And keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead. Even here, I can just imagine when Stephen comes on as our special guest, he's going to explain what happens to the diaphragm. I'm sure it gets a wonderful stretch here, but I'm going to let you do that explaining. Now this time, what we're going to do is hold our opposite elbows. Hold our opposite elbows. Make sure you keep your head level with your body, with your chest. Now inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, fold from the hip. Make sure you keep your back straight till you come as far as you can. Now there should be a wonderful pressure of your lower abdomen on your upper thigh. Very gently release your hand. Place it on the floor in front of you, about 2 feet away from your feet. And gently take your left foot back and then your right foot back. And we are already in what's called downward dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shwana is dog. Asana, of course, is a posture. Adho Mukha is downward. But in our sequence, we also call this the mountain posture, Parvatasana. Now, very gently, we're going to bring our feet closer towards our hands. And then bring our hands closer to the feet. And gently roll up. Now, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're coming up. This time, we're going to go now into a few seated postures. We did a lot of standing ones in the previous episode, so we're going to come down on our knees. Let's sit down. Tony, you may want to use a brick. Use a brick, sit on that. Those of you at home, if you need to use a brick today, some days are a little harder to do forward folds without the brick, so use a brick if you have to. Uncurl your toes and sit on your heels or on a brick. What we're going to do is a wonderful, wonderful forward fold. It's called Shashankasana or rabbit or hare. And I'm going to stagger. We're going to stagger ourselves, although we don't need arm room here. We just need to go forward. You okay? Why don't you put it lengthwise? No, this way. You'll be fine here. Yeah. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. So let's keep our knees as close together as you can. Where you are is fine, Tony. Inhale, bring our arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down, and keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Now, as we exhale, we are going to fold forward from the hip with a straight back. Keep exhaling, keep your arms extended. Now try to keep your butt on your heels. In Shashank, it's fine to bring your butt off the heels, but this is a constipation-related posture, so you want to feel the pressure on your lower abdomen. Keep your arms extended nice and taut. Keep it all the way out in front of you.